Holy Gospel of our Lord Jesus Christ according to Matthew.
Glory to you, Lord Christ.
When Jesus saw the crowds, he went up the mountain, and after he sat down, his disciples came to him. Then he began to speak and taught them, saying, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they will receive mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God. Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when people revile you and persecute you and utter all kinds of evil against you falsely on my account. Rejoice and be glad, for your reward is great in heaven. For in the same way they persecuted the prophets who were before you." The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Christ.
Do justice, love mercy, walk humbly with God. The prophet Micah gives us a beautiful shorthand for the faithful way of life, for the Christian way of life. This passage from the prophet is a setting in a court of law, a trial before one of the judges of old. Israel, the people en masse, are being accused by God of essentially abandoning the covenant, of not living up to their end of the bargain. God lays out God's charges. The people respond in this poetic form with requests for opportunity to make amends. At the very end, it becomes a little odd to be sure whether God is speaking again or the prophet speaks in God's stead. But we get again that beautiful little shorthand. What God is looking for is a conversion of the heart. Not simply a following of the rules, but that internal, personal change. To seek what is just, to love what is merciful, to walk humbly with God, to take one's spiritual life seriously. In our gospel story today, we have Jesus giving his famous Beatitudes. Preaching on the mountain, gathering his disciples, and laying out before them in idealistic terms their calling and how they are blessed in the eyes of God, how they are recognized. When times are hard, they will be blessed. When they make their priorities, keep their priorities in line with God's calling, they will be blessed, and so on and so forth. Thucydides, the ancient Greek historian, is credited with the saying, "There will be no justice in Athens until those who are not injured are just as indignant as those who are injured." He drives around in his own way to the same point that we're getting from the prophet Micah today. That justice, compassion, mercy, empathy have to go hand in hand. Justice without mercy, without compassion, can become self-righteous brutality. And that's not what God seeks from us. God seeks a justice and a mercy, a clemency, a forgiveness, a tenderness, a compassion that temper one another. that provide that divine balance that God blesses us with and calls forth from us. Going further and taking it even deeper is the final phrases. Walk humbly with God. Take that spiritual life seriously. And be a person of self-honesty. Be a person who does not allow egotistical attitudes to form and develop within oneself, but step away from that. Be honest about one's own strengths and weaknesses, and walk in that authentic spiritual path, to walk humbly with God. My brothers and sisters, today, as we move through our prayer and our worship and the sharing of the sacrament, and into our annual parish meeting, and into our celebration, let us be rededicated and recommitted to seeking and doing what is just, to loving and conducting ourselves with mercy and compassion, walking humbly with God, who is with us now and always. Amen.